Well, we have another caller on the line. Let us know where you're calling from and what your question is.
This is Mike, and I'd like to know if the older people are being good role models.
Oh, dude.
What was that little laugh at the end? I wonder. Do you feel like you have to be a role model, that someone else is looking up to you? And
Yeah, especially like I've mentioned a lot of times with 4 younger brothers and sisters. But there's been a lot of times where I haven't been a real good role model.
But I've seen how much trouble you've gotten into, so I don't want to do the same thing.
Well, that's when my parents have decided, you know, where to draw the line at things I did and where she did. Maybe that's why she's been jealous, because she feels I've been spoiled in other areas. But, you know, I have had to be a good role model, or I try to be a good role model. And there's times when I've been okay at it. There's times where Heather can learn by my mistakes, too. So it's good.
Brad? Feel like you've got someone looking up at you and you need to do your best to be a good model for him?
Yeah. He looks up to me.
You better not say anything.
No, I don't know. I try. I don't do nothing to make him do something wrong or something, but I don't know.
Yeah. Jennifer? Two of you are closer in age, so.
Yeah. I think that, like, if I go through something, like, there's a thing with parents, you know, you always think they're wrong or something, and finally, I think I just grew up, and it just, you know, they know what you're talking about, and it's like, when Tricia's going through it, so I just sort of try to help her and talk her out, because, you know, if you know what's right, you don't want to see your younger brother or sister going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Even though they won't listen to you. I mean, you try to help them, and I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
You're pretty good. So they can learn from some of the experiences that you've been through.
Yeah.
How about that extra minute that you're living together? You have to be a good role model for that. What about being an only child? Have you ever thought it would have been kind of nice to have been an only child that had all the attention? And did you ever wish that? You ever thought it would have been kind of nice?
You probably have.
Go ahead.
You probably would have had more, maybe been spoiled materially, because since you're the only child, they want to make sure you feel loved and everything, so maybe they'll buy you more things. But in a way, I think you'd be lonely or bored at times, you know.
Yeah, you wouldn't have anybody like to play with, you know, talk to and beat up on. So, I mean, it'd be lonely sort of, you know. You have your friends, but I think there's something about, you know, having a brother. Then just there's something special about having a brother like that. You know, he's real close to you than, you know, any of your close friends.
So you never wish that it would have been any different?
Well, you think about it. You know, you just think about it, but you wouldn't wish. You know, you don't want to think if it would come true. It'd be horrible. You know, I mean, have them all gone.
What about 5 brothers and sisters?
I used to kind of wish that there weren't any younger than us, because I look at pictures when we were little, and we got along so good. I mean, he used to kiss me, and there's a picture of my mom when she was pregnant with me, and he was kissing her stomach, and I mean, we got along so good. And then when my younger brothers and sisters came along, it was just kind of like he ignored me and went to them, and I mean, that's how I felt. I used to, you know, wonder what it would be like if it was just us two, you know, because I couldn't be an only child because he was first, but yeah, I can't imagine not having them either.
After being gone for a year and a half, it especially makes me really thankful for my family, because Heather, along with my other brothers and sisters, but Heather's brought a lot of joy into my life. And when I left, you know, she's just getting her driver's license, and she's just getting this, and, you know, she's starting to date and all this other stuff, and it kind of makes me wish I could be there to be her big brother. So that kind of all makes me really thankful that I'm not an only child. And I've never wanted to be an only child.
Is that hard? You're far away, you can't check out some of the guys that she's going out with? And
she's done okay. She's doing okay now.
You can trust her.
Yeah.
He lets me know.
Even long distance. Huh? What about the two of you? Do you like things the way they are? Did you ever think about it maybe being different?
I think about it sometimes, mostly when it comes to my curfew, because they're like, well, she's older and she had to stick with that curfew, so you're going to have to rough it too. That's their biggest excuse, so.
I think about it sometimes because, like, when Tricia and Jeff are gone or something, it'll just be Mom and I and Dad. It's like, oh, it's so quiet, and oh, wouldn't it be great just to be like this? You know? But I'm glad I have a brother and a sister, because life would probably be really, you know, probably really boring or something. There's always something
lot
that
different.
happens every day that's either dumb or fun.
The older you get, and especially around the holiday times, I know everybody's thinking about this, but do you realize how much you appreciate your family, and do you feel yourselves growing closer?
On our family, some people can't believe we're sisters. Or see, I'm adopted, and so it's like every year, you know, it's like I'm just really thankful that I have my family, and we get, I mean, we get along a lot better. I mean, compared to other sisters that are so close in age. But it's like I'm so thankful for, you know, my dad and my mom and my brother and my sister, because, you know, you just think about without them, what would you be, you know?
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? What does family mean to you this time of year?
It means a lot when you're gone, like I mentioned before. I was really anxious to get home. I've left a lot behind in Dallas, but I'm glad to get back to see my family because I miss them.
You don't always realize a lot until you're gone, don't you?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Anybody else? This is such an important time of year for family. And you read stories in the paper, at least I have, about brothers and sisters who are being reunited after 30 years of not talking to each other. And just terrible tragedies when you see this wonderful blessing that the Lord has really given us of these special people who He puts together, who can be in our families and who can love us. And even if they're hitting us over the head with a tennis racket, when they're finished, they still love us. And that's what family is, and especially this time of year. I always just encourage everyone to take the time out and appreciate your family. Give them a kiss on the cheek and tell them how much you love each other. Not right now. And especially to fix some of those relationships. If there's some strife in those relationships, to take the first step, say you're sorry, even if you think it wasn't your fault, and get some of those things all wrapped up and put back together and have a really Merry Christmas and New Year's. We've got some Straight Talk t-shirts that everybody here tonight is going to receive. Lovely design, I think. Very colorful. Something great for there it is, great for the season. Lots of neon. Neon's really big this year. So all of you will get one of these, and anyone else who's interested can write to us here at Straight Talk at 1844 Beatty Road in Lima, 45807, and request one of the t-shirts, and they are $7. Something else that you can do is request one of these brochures, and it's Straight Talk Answers Tough Teen Questions. It is answering a lot of difficult questions that you see here on Straight Talk, such as suicide, drugs, rock and roll. One of the things addressed in this is abortion, and that is the topic that Straight Talk will be talking about next month, teens and abortion, what many people think, the controversies raging on, and we'll have a group of 8 teenagers who will be talking about what they think, where teenagers stand on this issue, do they care? So be here with us next month. We were glad you were here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.